This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary... Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Check, 59. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come
Miles
again.
Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Let's go, folks.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Man.
Hey, lock it.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Check 43. He's crashing.
Protein spill.
Undercrunch.
You're out.
Check.
Now.
Check.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
No. Blue 58.
Oh, get him.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Smooth.
59's Mike. Check, 59. Let's go, defense.
Zoom.
All right, here we go. Check 31.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, check 26.
Check 49.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
No. Green 18.
59, Mike to 59. It's a party now. Check 3.
Going right.
Check 6 guy.
Green 18.
Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. On third down, they turn to Sanders, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. Herbert, he's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught at the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that.
Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about an on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual.
I know.
For you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready, break.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
64, weak. Hey, 5-7. Hey, wahoo! Get it!
To throw on 2nd down, Herbert. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Three down.
Now Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
35's the mic.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Bravo.
Good sock, baby. That's baby sock.
Mike 35. Mike 35.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
60 Pittsburgh.
First and goal.
Gotta get the recon. 132 fighter.
Hey, watch edge. Watch edge. Check. Check hot route.
Five.
Now Elliott. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And they're able to run it in, and now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
Check. Check the backer. Check the backer.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Take over 1st and 10. At the 40-yard line.
Focus, defense, focus.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's good up. Switch it.
Elliott on first down going absolutely nowhere. He'll lose about 3 on the play. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Set, ready, 18, Gator.
Watch QB drop. Pick the edge.
Topper.
Check 26.
Hey, seam 6. Lead grip.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Don't be mad.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 4. This is caught. Watkins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Go.
I got it.
Hey, exit.
Mike 35.
On 3rd and 2. Herbert. That one complete to Elliott. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the 1st down.
Myers' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Mike 59.
Hey, Zoo.
I got you, punk. Slam.
Yeah, Liz.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Wild Bill.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Callaway on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Whip.
Watch Greystone, travel.
Wide. Get wide.
Get it.
Back to throw. Herbert. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
50's a mic. 50's a mic.
5.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Man, that's trash. Hey,
Go.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
Switch.
He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Check 9. Kill.
Go.
Off play action. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Tighten up.
Blue draw Corker. Go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Chance. He's coming. We got double up. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Pilot, 64, weak, 5.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Check 50. Big Ed.
Hey, Alpha. Big River.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Easy.
Check three.
Jump out. Slip again.
On second down, it's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 35, Mike.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Check your hot read. Safe. No. Oh.
Look at me. Door.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a carry for Sanders. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
3rd and 4.
No. 319.
Check, 59. Hey, keep it up.
Hey, check 26.
Mike, check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
On the set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Watch twist.
Rock it.
Kill.
Get it.
To throw from his end zone. Herbert, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 72 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back now at Lambeau. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Nelson Aguilar. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And these guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. Then you got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st.
Under 10, 10. Hey, switch it, go.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert got his man there, complete to Gallup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 43-yard line.
35, Mike, 35.
Hey, Haywood.
35's the Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Switch.
Leo.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
He's checking, he's checking.
Look, squeeze. Back, fight.
To throw on second down, Herbert. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. SOS.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Strong right. Yeah, live. Down, 5 down. Stand up in. Check 3 down.
On first and 10, it's Sanders.
Rush in. Watch out,
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back.
I got it.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Williams. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
At the 46-yard line.
So second and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Get that ball. Plant.
On the counter now, it's Sanders.
I know he ain't got it.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
Now Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Back at the 46-yard line.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Rodgers throwing here. Flush to his right. And Sanders has got it complete.
Let's go, baby.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Green Bay, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.